if everyone can do me a favor before we hop into this video, raise their right hand, wave it back and forth, and say, "Hi, shorts. Hi, how you doing? How you doing?" Because they're having a pretty freaking bad day because the longs went long and the shorts got shorted. So, and if you really want to use the phrase "eat my shorts" kind of thing, but if you guys can do me a favor, absolutely obliterate that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps me reach more people here on YouTube and helps with the engagement. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how happy you guys are about GameStop's price movement, because I got a smile on my face, and that's not just because I'm drinking a Topo Chico. So, cheers, guys. All right, let's go ahead and hop on into the charts here and cover GameStop on a daily time frame. So overall for the day, we finished up 18%. We did sell off a little bit here into the after hours, but the huge thing was we made very good moves. We didn't test our support at 140. We had an intraday low of 143, and we had an intraday high of 174, which means we broke that 172 resistance and turned it into support for a little bit. Now, the huge thing that I want to highlight was the fact that we made a literally $30 move within 3 hours, which is phenomenal. And the shorts are crying because our short interest has gone up. I'll show you guys that later in Ortex. And also, we have a news catalyst of the GameStop CEO is not getting his performance bonus of shares because they didn't meet certain performance standards. So, kind of interesting things are going on at GameStop, and I don't know if you guys missed my video yesterday or not, but GameStop on April 30th is going to essentially wipe their book clean of all long-term debt, which is awesome and is really going to be a healthy thing for the company and help the company make the transition from a brick and mortar store to an e-commerce giant. So let's take a look at the charts here. So the huge thing was we did have our intraday low within literally the first minute. We had a nice rip up, got a nice sell off, and then we just, as soon as we pulled back, it was like a slingshot. You throw it up, you let it go, and then it literally came back and we just threw it up further kind of thing. So we had a nice slingshot momentum all the way up to 174, broke through really the support here, the resistance of 158, and then the resistance here at 172. We didn't hold the support at 172 for a very long period of time, so that's one thing that I'm going to be looking for in my bull case scenario for tomorrow, is that we test that 172 resistance and hopefully reclaim it for a respectable period of time and turn it into support. Because if we can reclaim 172 as support, we're back within that 172, 198 channel, and we literally erased all the gain, all the losses of the last 2 days in the next 2 days kind of thing. We erased a lot of them today. Hopefully tomorrow we can erase all of them and have back essentially right where we were, which would be awesome. Headed into Friday and headed essentially into the weekend. So the other thing is we did a little bit of consolidation here during the middle of the day. It wasn't the best consolidation if we look here at the MACD, but we did have a little bit of consolidation at the upper end of our price movement, which is good because we don't want to have consolidation at the lower end of our price movement because we don't want to be getting comfortable on the lower end. We want to be comfortable at the higher end. And then we did have a little bit of consolidation here around 158. And I drew in this 158 line today actually because we did test it 1, 2, 3, and then we really tested 4 times. We actually broke through it here, but we tested it 4 times in the day, and I look for 3 touch points as a support within a day. So tomorrow, really intraday, like the huge things that I'm going to be looking for, bull case scenario, let's see if we can break through that 172 resistance, turn it into support, and get back in that upper channel. Bear case scenario would be us trading at 160-ish and then retesting our support here at 158 and either possibly breaking through it or just retesting it and then making it to the upside. I personally, with all the news catalysts behind GameStop right now, I cannot see a reason why we would go down tomorrow, but it is a realistic possibility and you guys do need to keep that in mind. So taking a look here at the RSI in the after hours, we finished at 57. But the huge thing was when we take a look here, we went from in the morning of a 32 RSI to a 69 really quickly because we made a nice buy wall here and just literally bought the stock. We did test overbought a couple times and we did touch oversold, but we really didn't stay in oversold territory for extended periods of time. We didn't stay in overbought territory for extended periods of time either. So I'm not terribly concerned about that. The only thing that makes me a little bit concerned is the movements that we had today were definitely not very, it's good for a 1 day kind of thing. And I would look for us to kind of cool off or make maybe a 5% gain tomorrow, because we don't want to be gaining 20% day after day after day, because what it's going to do is it's going to take implied volatility and it's going to drive it through the roof, and the movement isn't healthy. And when I say the movement isn't healthy, I want to focus on healthy growth that will help drive the stock to be more attractive to smart buyers. I mean, I'm celebrating 18%, but tomorrow I'm going to be hoping honestly that we have a little bit of a consolidation day with a nice upward trend and maybe get back into that 172 channel, which would be phenomenal headed into Friday. So that ideally is what I want to see out of GME tomorrow. So let's go ahead and hop out here to the 5-day time frame. I know you guys might be upset because I'm saying I don't want another 18% day. I mean, sure, let's have another 18% day, but for the long term, if we want to really draw out the squeeze and really cause the maximum pain to the shorts, we want to bring in as many people as we can to buy the stock. And we don't want to have like a quick, like the movement we had on the January 28th and literally go up and then down really quickly. Like, it's not good, because anyone who buys an options contract is going to have a really high IV, and when they go to sell it, they're going to get IV crushed essentially. So it's not something good that we want to have. We want to have slow, steady growth to deflate IV and to make things more attractive. But taking a look here, it's amazing just to take a look at this 5-day chart and just see how strong today's movement was, because we literally touched 132 yesterday and we were dramatically oversold during that period of time. And today we touched 174. So it's really good for the price movement. We are above the 120-day moving average, which is a very good sign. And the huge thing that I take a look at here is we were on SSR on Monday and we pretty much sold off the whole entire day. Today, we were not on SSR at all, and we absolutely ripped when our short interest increased also today. I'll highlight that later in the video when we look at Ortex. And we also had the news catalyst today of the performance stuff with GameStop. We can talk about that later too. But really the huge thing, I want us to take and just visualize this chart, because this shows that we just need to be patient, because the stock can move and it will move to the upside. It's not like this is a dead cat. It is not a dead cat, and anyone who tells you it's a dead cat is nothing but a silly chicken and a hater, because they probably shorted the stock and they probably got burnt. So just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and hop out here to the 1 month time frame, because I really want to take a look at the 1 month time frame, because you'll see how quickly and how kind of almost important today is. Because yesterday, both this 120 and 30-day MA were kind of hooking towards the down direction and we're giving a bearish sign essentially. But now we kind of flattened them out and we're actually hooking them upwards, which is a good thing, because that's going to be a more of a bear, technically a bear flag. But what it really means is we're moving in an upwards channel, which is a good thing. So taking a look here at the RSI, we're sitting at 63.99. So we're sitting a little bit on the high side of the RSI. So hopefully tomorrow we can get a good period of consolidation to kind of just cool off the stock and cool off the RSI a little bit. Taking a look at the MACD, I mean, the MACD is absolutely beautiful. We literally crossed over the equilibrium today, and we're not terribly we're not overextended as we were during the first part of the day, which is a good thing because we don't want to be terribly overextended on the MACD. But really just taking a look at this monthly time frame, if you just look at it, you can see where we were, where we are, and you can see that we're not that far away from where we have been for the past month. So we're headed back in the right direction, guys. We got smacked and kicked and everything like that on Monday and Tuesday, but today we actually fought back and we won in a massive way. And tomorrow, let's continue the fight and fight them back, kind of thing. So, but the huge thing that I want to hop over to now is let's cover the short interest actually here in Ortex. And Ortex is one of the tools that I actually have bought because personally, I think Ortex has a lot more reliable information than what Fintel does. And the huge thing that I want to highlight is our short interest actually went up today versus yesterday. It went down. Today, it actually went up. And you can see that here by this yellow trend line. Because yesterday, our short interest of free float used to be at, where is it? 23.86. Today, it's at 24.84, which is literally almost a whole percentage jump, which is huge. So the shorts are shorting the stock, and we are moving in upwards direction, which is actually really good. The other thing that I want to highlight is the exchange reported short interest, which is up here in the upper left-hand corner. It's 10.7 million versus previously was 10.1. So we have more exchange reported short interest. Our utilization actually is going up. It's at 30.87. So 7 days ago, we're looking at 52. But I believe yesterday it was like 28-ish. If you guys can help me refresh my mind. But the huge thing is our short interest is actually going upwards, kind of thing. So, and we're moving in an upwards direction. The other thing that I really want to highlight is the amount of shares that are on loan is 13.29 million. So there is a lot of shares that are out on loan. And currently, the current free float on loan is 29.35%. So it's a pretty large difference. So there is definitely a lot of short interest that is out there and that we have to keep in mind. So we may be seeing a lot of shorts maybe tomorrow because we had such a dramatic move today, kind of thing. But overall, our short interest is at 24.88%, which is, keep in mind, when we had the original squeeze, we were literally all the way up here at 150. But still, anything above 10% short interest is it's considered significantly shorted. And we're sitting at 25, which is essentially double that and then add some. So can this squeeze? Absolutely, kind of thing, because the short interest is there. We just need all the right dominoes to come together again, and this thing can absolutely squeeze. Now, will it be as harsh of a squeeze as it was last time? Probably not, but hopefully this time we can make it more sustainable. That way we can maximize our gains. Now, keep in mind, I've seen Reddit discussions saying that the short interest is way above 24.88%. This is just what Ortex has, so I'm going off of the absolute. This is at the absolute minimum. There may be a way lot more that I am missing. If I'm missing something, drop it down in the comment section so I can help get myself educated so I can present you guys with the full entire package, kind of thing. But the next thing that I really want to talk about is this article that Reuters actually published, which was kind of not FUD, which shocked me. Like, honestly, really shocked me. The GameStop CEO forfeits over 587,000 shares for not meeting targets. And when we hop down here, the forfeited shares originally granted in April of 2019, so he was granted these 2 years ago, would be worth $9.8 million based on the stock's latest closing price. GameStop is currently looking for a new CEO. This makes a lot of sense because they didn't meet performance, which is going to drive the reason why they're looking for a new CEO. And the huge thing is they're looking to change the CEO because they're trying to pivot from a brick and mortar vision to a brick and mortar retailer to an e-commerce firm. So that's one of the huge things. And Reuters actually kind of said something positive about this. The company's stock is up almost 800% since January, benefiting from a push by retail investors on Reddit forums to drive up the price of a heavily short stock. So say hi to Reuters. Reuters, if you're looking at this article, hi. But the other huge thing is Chris Homeister, GameStop's chief merchandising officer, forfeited more than 119,000 shares for failing to meet targets in another filing. So the board is holding GameStop executives accountable. Now, keep in mind, these shares, correct me if I'm wrong when I say this, but these shares are not publicly available. It's considered the locked up shares that are available only to executives and kind of private owned shares kind of thing. So this isn't going to affect the overall free float or anything like that for GameStop. But the fact that the board is saying, no, you're not getting shares because you didn't meet performance is a good thing. And I'm looking at this as a very positive thing for GameStop. And personally, between this and them becoming debt free and them looking for a CEO, I think, honestly, we might be hammering the final nails in the coffin for the shorts. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope I see you guys tomorrow, and let's hope GameStop makes another nice run up to 172 and we claim it as support. And tomorrow we're doing even more of a dance, because today was a great day. But if you guys can, down in the description, I do have my link to Webull. That's the platform that I used here to create all my charts. And I personally love the software, and it's completely free. It's a great trading platform and beats the heck out of Robinhood, personally, in my opinion. But you do get 2 free stocks when you sign up for Webull, one when your account's approved, and then the other when you deposit $100 on the platform. And those 2 free stocks can be valued anywhere between $10 and $1,600. Essentially, free lunch on me, guys. So click the link down below if you want to do it. I do get a free stock. I just want to say that for you guys using my link. And it's a great way to support the channel also. And speaking of supporting the channel, make sure that you hit the like button on this video if you made it that far, and then hit subscribe. And then also, if you did make it that far in the video, down in the comment section, can you say the shorts can eat my shorts kind of thing down in the comment section? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.